Michigan woman files suit against Delta after passenger convicted for indecent exposure and assault. This story is just crazy. So apparently this actual event happened like a month ago, but now she's filing suit because it's probably because he got convicted, so now she has a lot more of a case. It's probably what it is. But so here we go. While some are dragged off a plane kicking and screaming for refusing to give up their seat or berated and bashed with a stroller, a Garden City woman has filed a civil lawsuit against Delta Airlines after she says she was sexually assaulted on a flight from Myrtle Beach. And she says flight attendants did nothing to stop the man next to her from masturbating or assaulting her until they landed. The passenger on that flight, Christopher Finkley, 41, was convicted last month of assault and indecent exposure. The convictions stem from two separate incidents on the Delta flight. Finkley exposed himself to the flight attendants, and the second is for taking another seat on the plane and assaulting a female passenger seated in coach. So I'm assuming Mr. Finkley must have been sitting in first class or business class then, initially, or that's where his assigned seat was. The victim's attorney, Jordan Acker, says it happened on a flight from Florida to Detroit on July 27, 2016, when Finkley unapologetically exposed himself on the flight while masturbating in his seat, and then was allowed to move freely around the cabin. He eventually settled in next to the victim, a waitress and mother of a 15-year-old girl, and reached his hands under her shorts. Now this whole story is just totally crazy, but here's where it gets really messed up. So if it's not messed up already, it says here, while he was doing this, the defendant told her that he, quote, liked white women and asked, "Where's your man?" The complaint says. The victim says she told the man to stop and said her kids were sitting behind her. He eventually left, the complaint says, and went back to masturbating in his own seat with his penis exposed. So I'm assuming that this guy just straight up had his penis out like this whole entire time, just walking around the cabin, and yeah, Delta did nothing. I mean, the problem is nobody wants to mess with the dude that has his penis out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see some deranged dude just walking around in public, jerking off, like, nobody's gonna go near that guy. But that is so messed up. So here's some more just messed. Like, this Finkley character must be just totally messed up in the head. So, in the sentencing memorandum filed with the court, Finkley is alleged to have told FBI agents, in part, quote, that he likes to sit with his hands in his pants and massage his penis, and called this his happy place. Oh my god, this guy is so sick, and it's so wrong that he's gonna like be jerking off in public and and touching other people. So like Delta Airlines, like somebody on that flight should have done something. I mean, what do you do on the flight if somebody starts fighting someone? Like, do you have any protocol for anything? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what happens if people are getting assaulted? Nothing.